Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio. It's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. I just got a feeling it's going to continue to be the conversation. It is what it is. It's the biggest news out there. SEC going to 9 games, 3 permanent opponents. The other 6 are going to rotate. We have continued to try during the breaks to put together our final OTB stands on the 3 teams. We're still not there. We'll get there eventually. But and this also, like, it's not – like we keep using Mississippi State, Kentucky, Vandy because that's the one I've seen the most out there of, hey, let's play the 3 easiest. Now that can also rotate. Vanderbilt certainly wouldn't have been in the bottom 3 a year ago. There's years Kentucky would not have been in the bottom 3. I mean, Kentucky has won 10 games in the last couple of years. Remember going to Kentucky was at 2021, and Kentucky put the smackdown on LSU. So like that's not always going to be the case. But when I say those teams, it's not even that conversation. It's those teams don't really do anything. They don't really move the needle for you. Like no matter how good or how bad they are right now currently. We were talking about Oklahoma. Like the SEC kind of showed you that they want to make that a thing. Okay. Maybe it does happen. Maybe there's something there. They've played for a national championship in 2003. They've had some big games. They played in a college football playoff semifinal. Mm-hmm. But it's like right now, even that game. And Oklahoma is one of, if not the most successful college football programs like in the totality history of college football. But it's like still don't have those memories yet. You don't have those moments, even though you've played them for a national championship. And so it's not just picking on those 3 schools, the schools that we're talking about, right? Those are teams that you've had hate for, you have memories for, you have core memories, you have moments that immediately come to your brain. I mean, growing up watching LSU, touchdown Tommy Banks in 1997, like I remember exactly where I was for that moment, like when he scored and being in the Sports Illustrated. I thought the coolest person in the world, and kind of still do, Kevin Falk. Kevin Falk was the coolest person in the world. When I watched him in the Independence Bowl, I was like, there is not a cooler person right now in this world than Kevin Falk. Right? And like some of those moments that you watch him against Florida. So like that's what we're talking about. It's not just what they are on the field because, again, the 3 teams that everybody's talking about, they've had moments where they've not been the 3 worst teams in the SEC. It's the teams that you've got this history with of bad blood, of great games, of, players from the other team that you can just you say their name and it creates this motion like, man, God, Brandon Spikes, that son of a gun, man, I can't, like that's what I'm talking about. And you just don't have that with those other teams. And so that's what we're trying to come up with, the 3 teams that create those emotions because that's what you want every single year on your schedule.
At the end of the day, it's probably like a short-term situation anyway. Like when we think about the totality of college football, I mean, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, like because you would think eventually SEC is going to add 2 more teams, 4 more teams, 6 more teams as these mega conferences start to expand. You would think that that's probably the way that things will go. So they'll have to realign all these teams again at some point. So, I mean, we're probably not talking about the next 30-year opponents either. Yeah. And with 9 games, I mean, you are getting a spattering of everybody. So even if, what the games don't line up exactly how you want it to or how you think they should, I mean, you're still going to get everybody. What was the what was the breakdown again of how they're going to schedule home and aways for the non-3 teams that you're playing every single year. You're playing everybody will play at every stadium, right? If you're a freshman,
if you say 4 years, you'll play. Yeah,
4 years.
Yeah,
you'll be at every stadium.
Yeah,
that's a beauty about
that's how it should be.
It's exactly how it should be. That's the beauty of adding. I love that they're adding the next game. I know we can debate who and why and whatever it is, but like the fact that we're going to 9 SEC games, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I know we had the 8, but it eliminates one other game, and hopefully they keep the mandate that you do have to have a power 4 or power 5, whatever it is. What is it? How does it read right now? Like you have to play power 4?
You have to play at least one power 4 in our conference
okay.
team. Yeah.
Hopefully they keep that because those games are amazing too. Like the fact that we are going out there and playing at Clemson home and away, which is fantastic. So I want to see those games, but I'd like to see everybody do that.
Thibodeau, I do see your point, and I understand it, but I want them every year. He said, I just want to point out that just because a team isn't your permanent opponent doesn't mean you'll never play them again. I know that, but I want to play them every year. That's the whole point. I play them every single year. Mm-hmm. I want every player that's ever played for Florida to know what LSU's all about. Yeah. And certainly in the time that we're in of 1-year rentals, I want everybody, every year, every single year. I get it. I know they're going to be in a rotation. I get it. Just want them every year.
I want to be able to punch them in the face every single year.
Yeah.
And, of course, I'm a quarterback, so that's metaphorically speaking.
You want somebody else to punch them in the face?
Somebody else to punch them in the face while I throw passes. So, obviously, I'm not getting in the fray. I'm not going to get in the fight and smoke, but I'll talk some you-know-what to him.
What?
You're the hold me back guy.
Hold me back. Exactly. Like, why aren't y'all holding me back, guys? I really don't want to do this.
Everyone's just watching
I don't
you.
want to fight. Hold me back. Nah, dude, you got it. Oh, man, this is awkward.
I like this from TD Ladd. We don't have Texas on the regular season schedule this year, but we will play them in Atlanta come December.
Ew.
Eventually we are going to have to give 3 teams. Week 8, Are we settled in Florida and Ole Miss? Is our official stance?
I think so.
Yep.
Do we want to go Florida, Ole Miss, A&M, Florida, Ole Miss, Alabama?
I would rather Bama. I just think it's too big of a game.
This isn't what we'd rather. It's kind of what we like.
What we think?
Kind of what we think. I don't know.
I think they'll give us A&M.
Wait, this isn't what we want. This is what we think the SEC
Which
will
one should
give
we
us.
do then?
Florida.
Should we do what we want?
I thought that's what we were doing.
Yeah, I thought that's what we're doing too.
Then it goes Florida,
We said
A&M, Bama.
Yeah. No. Florida, Ole Miss, Bama.
I mean, I'd rather A&M than Ole Miss.
Would you?
I would. Yeah.
God, Jackson Dark's good.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
played
they
well
really
again.
missed an opportunity last year at Ole Miss. Like they screwed that one up.
Dude, Lane's got a lot to prove. I mean,
he played really well.
That's
at
what
Ole
we
Miss
talked
too,
about
though,
when
but-
we ranked them in the OTV poll, though. Like,
Can they
Lane
be relevant
Kiffin get
without-
over the hump? He was handed a playoff team. Not handed, but he had a playoff team last season.
Yeah. We said if
Guys,
not now, then when?
Yeah.
Guys, have y'all watched him play
Yeah.
for the Giants?
Yeah, he's really good.
He's already
really
he is
good.
already the best quarterback on that team, hands down.
God,
I don't think
couldn't-
Russ needs to cook.
couldn't make the playoffs with
Russ.
him and that roster last
Dude,
year.
you had Trey Harris on
that's an
offense. You had Trey
indictment.
Amos who went in the second
It
round as a
isn't-
DB.
Walter Nolan was the
Walter
first
Nolan,
rounder.
Walter
Yeah.
Nolan.
So
Chris Paul at linebacker
Yeah.
was a really good player for
Yeah,
you.
he got
just
picked.
for that fact, let's kick them out of our list.
Or was
Get
it
him outta
16,
here.
17? I don't remember.
I'm good with it. I can take or leave Ole Miss.
Yeah, I mean, like
Whatever.
that was. I mean, and he was playing college football 7 months ago.
Yeah.
It's not like he's matured and become a much better quarterback in that time frame.
He's just that good.
He's just that good.
Ole Miss is 17 in the OTV poll.
Actually, had
It's
him
too high.
had him higher. And
I think I put them at 17.
did you?
I think so.
It's about where a lot of people think.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got
you had 17. 'Cause
Yeah.
It went 16, 15.
I think that.
Oh, yeah.
I think
they
Ole
got
Miss.
they got running back questions too. Like,
which
Logan Diggs
was an
stay
issue
healthy?
for him a year ago.
Without
Like, they
question.
couldn't run the ball a year ago, and they're probably less talented this
Lane
year.
told me that. He said, we couldn't run the ball like we needed to. That's why we lost against Kentucky and LSU. Straight up. Didn't sugarcoat it.
I think Ole Miss and Miami are going to be similar teams this year. I think they're going to realize how good their quarterbacks were last year. And it's going to affect their win-loss record pretty severely. That's what I think. I think they're going to be similar. I think they're going to have a pretty big step back.
Who is the SEC Coach of the Year? I'm going Eli Drinkwitz. The coach is never going to be the coach that goes and does what he's supposed to do.
That's true.
If that was the case, Nick Saban would have 15 SEC Coach of the Year trophies in his office. He does not. It is the coach that, hey, we thought you were going to be kind of bad. Turns out you were not so bad. You were actually sort of good, and now you're going to get Coach of the Year. That's what that award goes to. Unless you have like a year like, Coach O in 2019 that he got it. That's maybe the best college football team ever.
Yeah.
They're going to give you that award. But like Coach Saban had gotten to a point where it's like, you're not getting this anymore. Kirby, you're not getting it anymore. It's going to be Eli Drinkwitz.
Speaking of Missouri, Eli at the beginning of the week said, I'm close to naming the starting QB. Yesterday he came out and did the opposite. He said Bo Pribula and Sam Horn are both going to play in the opener and essentially winner take all. He wants to see him in game experience. He still didn't have a starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, is that good or bad? Like, you brought in Pribula to be your starter. Is he underperforming, or is Sam Horn raised his level? There's always two sides to look at it that way.
I'm going to predict that Shane Beamer will be the Coach of the Year.
I thought Shane Beamer too, but they got little expectations. Like, I guess I'll go Beamer too.
Yeah, but they're in a spot of their expectation where if they stay right where they're at right now, then he'll probably be Coach of the Year.
Yeah, and I believe in Sellers. And I think we've talked a lot about him. Like, if he is in the Heisman hunt, that means they're having a really good season. And that means Shane Beamer. And again, I was impressed listening to him. I'm always kind of impressed by his interviews and the way he handles himself, carrying himself. I think he looks good with the media, and I think he presents himself in a good fashion. And I think they got a really good quarterback.
Honestly, I think Billy Napier's got a shot. I mean, if DJ Lagway could stay healthy, which I actually think his health is a big concern, we thought he was a dead man walking a year ago. Like, everybody thought he was going to get fired. He actually had a pretty good run there at the end of the year. He takes down LSU. Like, if they can build off of that and go 8-4, 9-3, that's exceeding expectations based on their schedule.
Yeah,
he almost did that last year.
He's one like DJ Lagway, knee tendonitis away from not being very good.
Lagway's first 11 on 11 was Tuesday.
Yep.
Keep in mind, he didn't participate in spring, and then his first 11 on 11 in fall was Tuesday. You're a week from the first game.
It's against Long Island.
I get it.
Gulf South, Richard, and he says going to be Sark because he's attached to Manning. He's Ark's coach. Coach of the Year, national. Over
Last
under
year,
200 yards passing for Ark Manning, game one.
Over. Right around that 215.
That's when I said it.
Yeah. Last year, it was a split SEC Coach of the Year between Shane Beamer and Clark Lee.
You can split that award?
Yeah.
They cut it in half?
So Clark Lee won the SEC Coach of the Year, and Shane Beamer won the AP and USA Today SEC Coach of the Year.
That's the LSU USC situation.
It is. There's only one
Who
crystal
got to go
ball,
to the White
though,
House?
and it's in Baton Rouge.
They both go to the White House?
You don't go to the White House for that. But again, there's one crystal ball, and it's a couple miles up the road. But
Right near the Mississippi River.
Clark Lee could be in this conversation too. If our boy Diego
That's
Padre
who I
goes
was
out there and
thinking.
balls out.
Yeah. Because I'm sitting here trying to think who I think is going to exceed expectations. And I don't know if Vanderbilt will, but Clark Lee is.
Here's one of the things that we have to remember, and I know we talk about it often. The teams that are not at the top. So the teams that actually are at the top, Texas, Georgia, and Alabama, as far as the first three teams ranked in the SEC, we don't know what we're going to get at quarterback.
Yeah.
We don't. Like, we think we know with Arch, but we don't know. Can Ty Simpson be a good player? Yeah, he can be. We don't know. Can Gunnar Stockton? Same situation. But the thing that's going to be interesting is being healthy. So health is important, obviously. Florida's got one. We certainly have one at LSU. Oklahoma's got one. South Carolina's got one. Like those teams that are in that tier that's maybe right underneath those other teams to a lot of people across the country. Well, they've got the most important position figured out. So the expectations that they have a higher ceiling, I think, because they've got that position figured out. Like the top teams right now, Ty Simpson could go out there and be awful. Gunnar Stockton can go out there and just be a guy, right? Arch Manning can just be good, but not great.
Yeah.
We've seen the other quarterbacks. We have seen Lenore Sellers win a game by himself. We have seen Garrett Nussmeier lead LSU versus Ole Miss when it looked like they were left for dead on a touchdown drive to tie the game, first play of overtime, game over, get off the field. Like, we know that. So, like, to me, like, that's what makes those teams in those kind of, like we're talking about, like in that middle tier, because they've got the guy that can go take over a game, get on a 6-game heater, and those other teams, they think they got their guy. Certainly Texas does, but you just don't know.
We're going to find out in about 8 days. We're going to learn a lot.
Well, you're not going to learn a lot about, like, some of these situations when you're playing Long Island, but I get it.
That's true. Well, we're going to learn about Mr. Ark. When do I stop saying that? Gotta try to humble him.
I was say, imagine thinking we don't know what we're going to get from Arch, NFL MVP this year.
Book it.
I mean, the fact that there is a mock draft for 2026 that has him going number 1 overall is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. If I had a
because he's not a senior,
if I had a number 1 pick, I'd go Central Plumbing. They're always number 1 pick. Number 1 in your program and in your heart. CentralPlumbing.org, 225-925-8552, 24/7 weekend, game day, holiday, emergency services. They'll always be there for you. If you want to go tankless today with that tankless water heater, you know they can do that. You're looking to remodel at your home, at your business, they've got you covered there as well. Not only in Central, but the greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you, CentralPlumbing.org. We'll take a break. When we come back, going to continue talking SEC, talk a little New Orleans Saints, what we want to see in this final preseason game. And Herb Vincent from the SEC League Office will also join us at 9:40. More OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, it is always a great time to go for Dose. It is the perfect tailgating beer. So when you're getting planned and ready to go, like Flynn said, that is coming up here very, very soon. Maybe it's in Clemson, South Carolina. Maybe you're going to take in the away game and start your tailgate process there. Maybe it's when you come back home against Louisiana Tech, whoever it is. Dos Equis is the answer. It is always the answer. Make sure the ice chest is filled, ready to go with some ice-cold Dos Equis. Go for Dos.
It's Friday. The week is over. About to wrap up the work week. What better time to go to the store, get you a little 6-pack, get you a 12-pack of that delicious Mexican lager, the green bottle can, whatever you want to get you some limes, ice it down. It is the weekend. We got college football tomorrow. We got some preseason football on TV. What better way to celebrate, to watch, enjoy the weekend with a little Dos Equis? Go for Dos, delete some beers, drink responsibly. Hey.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe
All right, welcome back in. OTB 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's go around the room right now. The one thing that you want to see in the final tune-up, the last preseason game for the New Orleans Saints would be, I'm stealing it because I want to go first. I want to see protection for whoever's playing quarterback in the middle interior portion of the offensive line. I want it to look like a professional football team offensive line. I want the quarterback, whoever it is, to have the chance and the opportunity to show what he can do because he has protection like he should in a National Football League game. I want the offensive line to also open up holes for the running back, right? I mean, reports are the Saints are looking to trade for a running back. I think you actually have a good running back room. The problem is you don't have spaces opened up for any of the running backs. And so I don't think you have a running back problem. I think you have an offensive line, interior offensive line problem right now. Hopefully with Eric McCoy in there, it shores everything up. I think he is one of the best centers in the National Football League. I need to see that. I want to see it. I need to see these quarterbacks with an actual NFL pocket and with a chance.
I want to see a running game. The best way to help a young quarterback out is be very capable in the running game. Be aggressive with it. I want to see run blocking. I want to see them pushing guys around. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that's what I'd like to see. And again, I don't think quarterback has been the issue in the preseason games on offense leading to this point. We've seen the quarterbacks make reads. We've seen them both make throws. We've seen them do good things. Now, whether they become really great quarterbacks is all going to come down to the fourth quarter of many games, and that's where good quarterbacks separate themselves in the fourth quarter. We don't know what's going to happen in that situation until you get to the regular season. But control the line of scrimmage from a running game standpoint. Let the play action speak for itself. That is the best way to help a young quarterback. I don't know if Cesar Ruiz is the guy. Okay? We've talked about it ad nauseum, mistake after mistake after mistake.
Right.
I'd like to see somebody else step up at that right guard position. So that's what I want to see. It all has to do with the offensive line. I think we have capable running backs. I think we have capable quarterbacks. We have at least a couple of capable receivers.
Yeah, you got a new one coming in.
And we got a new one. Big boy. 28 years old. Older fella.
It's fine. Just seasoned.
Seasoned. That's right. So that's what I would like to see. And, of course, I want to see the quarterbacks be efficient. But they've proven that already that they can be efficient. Now,
if they're on schedule, they can. But
you're not going to prove at this game if you're going to be the long-term starter or a great quarterback because, like I said, that's going to come down to the game-winning drives. It's going to come down to how you play at big moments. And you don't get those big moments in preseason games. You just don't do it. You get third downs. You get red zone plays. But that's really a judging and grading how efficient you can be at work in the offense. We'll see when the regular season comes down which quarterback can make those game-changing plays and who can avoid the opposite type of game-changing plays. But you can't do it without an offensive line. You can't do it without a running game. It ain't going to happen.
I like that one. I think that certainly needs to happen. Alondra?
Mine kind of ties in with y'all's a little bit because if all of that is working well, then we will score a touchdown in the first half. Like we have not done it in the past two preseason games.
Simple, stupid.
I would love to see us get out in front.
Touchdown.
Yes. Hey, score a touchdown.
Score a touchdown.
Let's
How
go.
about that? But also, I want to see the defense kind of keep doing what it's doing. I mean, it's probably the strongest part of this team.
Yeah. It's fair.
Danny Stetson.
Less than 300 yards per game given up.
Yeah. So I want them to stay consistent and hopefully healthy and just keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
But keep it simple, stupid, score a touchdown.
Love that one.
In the first half.
Yeah.
Please.
I'll take any, but yes, please in the first half. That'd be great.
We didn't till the fourth quarter last game.
Tay.
Interior D-line. As good as the defense have played, you got gashed in the run game a little bit too much. If you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, that is a recipe for disaster. Just ask the Dallas Cowboys, who were last in both last year. I think the defense as a whole has done a good job, but those tackles, want to see a little bit more from them. But overall, I'm keeping an eye on the defense because we know the problems on offense.
The whole team. How about that? Just watch everything.
The punting battle. The battle of punter. They got a punter battle between James Burnup and Kai Kroger. Let's see who
we
wins
haven't
that
even
bad
talked
boy.
about that one time.
Kroger, South Carolina.
I think he went to SEC Media Days twice.
He did. I know he went once. Beamer ball.
The whole team except for maybe Taliesin Fuaga. Like, he's
him and Banks
solid.
have been
Banks
solid.
has been great.
Yeah, Banks is great, too.
The tackles are great.
Yeah.
But if your guards suck,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
They do suck.
Does not matter.
And, you'll be better at center because McCoy hadn't played.
Right.
But those are your starting guards.
They don't suck. They just have a lot to work on.
Yeah,
A lot of
They're just
improvement up
not
there.
as good as
No, we didn't
others,
say
guys.
they
Not as
suck.
good
We
as
said
others.
don't suck.
I mean,
There's a difference.
I said they suck.
Flynn, if you're in year 4 or 5, whatever he's in the NFL, and you pass up a big guy to go to a little guy, I can't.
Look, they
I can't
say
defend that.
as
I can't
offensive
defend
lineman,
that.
they
I
say
can't
that
defend
jump you make from year 5 to 6 is one of the biggest in your career.
Fair. They've always said it.
We're waiting for it.
They've always said, hey, let me pass up on this defensive tackle to go to a linebacker.
Yep.
Oh, poop. That's not my responsibility. Spencer Rattler gets a face mask in the chin.
Well, he just was trying not to give up the A gap there.
Mm-hmm.
Never know. New offense, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. Just wait. He might be all pro by the end of the year.
I'll wait.
And I'll just continue to wait.
I will wait.
I will wait. That's not that made me even more sad singing that, thinking about Will. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting, everything is available. What a great time to check out the rentals. Per day rental prices, everything is available. Better prices than you'll find out there at the airport when you're trying to rent a car. And also, you might need a truck. Maybe you need a van. Maybe you need a full-size SUV. You don't need this little compact car where you feel like when you press the gas, you're one step away from Fred Flintstone and your foot going through it, right? Because it's so small and it's not a very nice car. You get everything over at All-Star. So go check those out. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in the rental department, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Maybe you're someone that's just hesitant because you've never driven a Toyota before, never been in one. Well, I can tell you, there's a reason that Alvin Flynn bought a Toyota for his 2 daughters for their first vehicle, because they're reliable, they're safe, and they are great cars for your family. So go check them out today. Go see their inventory right there on the website, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
1, 2, get down. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
Know what to see? See a bad mother. Look at me. Know what to see? See a bad mother. Paid the cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. Know what to see? See a bad mother.
All right, we got to kind of quickly do this right here because we are going to take a break extremely early, certainly for us.
Yeah.
kind of actually on time. You got to put together a little pontoon parlay here for week 0. And so the way this works, Matthew, is you take a game each week, one that you feel strongest about, and you give it to the group. We have 4 plays. We put it together, and we parlay it, and we see if we hit.
Perfect.
Many times last year, 3 of the 4 would hit. And I can tell you who missed.
Okay.
I got to talk about somebody that's not here. That's wrong. So you've got Iowa State, Kansas State. Now, if you can find a line on Idaho State, UNLV, go ahead. I know UNLV is a 26.5-point favorite, but not every sports book is going to have that since it's an FCS team. You got Fresno State and Kansas. You have Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. And you have Stanford and Hawaii.
I'm trying to find these lines.
I got it for you right here. Iowa State, Kansas State, -3 for Kansas State. UNLV, Idaho State, -26.5 for UNLV. Fresno State and Kansas, -13 for the Jayhawks. Sam Houston and Western Kentucky minus 10.5 for Western Kentucky. Stanford and Hawaii minus 2.5 for Hawaii.
Are we all just picking one?
Yeah.
All right, I want Hawaii to cover the 2.5.
You want Hawaii to cover?
I want Hawaii to cover the 2.5.
All right. Ooh, man, gosh.
They have one of the best winning percentages at home and one of the worst on the road due to that travel. Stanford, not great. Lost a lot from last year as well, so I like Hawaii.
Sir, what are you doing?
What's happening over there?
Why are you leaning over looking at my work?
Because I didn't memorize everything you just said with the lines. Just looking at the screen, bud.
Alondra, are you ready to go? Do you have a pick?
Skip me if you have one ready.
Skip you if you are not ready. All right. I will go.
I have one I'm leaning toward, but
I'm going to go under 51.5 in Iowa State, Kansas State.
I like that.
I'm going to take the under there.
I like that. I'm going to go over 63.5, Boise State, South Florida. Over.
That's technically week 1.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's August 28th, but
Never mind.
know the rules.
See, that's why I was looking at your screen.
Just the Saturday games.
That's why I was looking at your screen.
okay, I'm gonna go Fresno State to cover
Don't hate that.
plus 13.
Fresno plus 13. All right, Flynn. Oh, my God. What is this guy doing?
You don't have a computer?
You don't have ESPN.com?
I'm literally on ESPN.com
pull up
schedule.
this thing.
I'm on ESPN.com.
All right, well, go ahead.
One.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bud.
Come on, we got to hurry. We got to take a break.
We'll go Idaho State, UNLV. Under 65.5.
You know Dan Mullen's coach there, right?
Sure do.
Did you really, though?
Nope. Of course not. Duh.
All right, you're going to go under. All right. All right, so here's your pontoon parlay. You have Hawaii minus 2.5 against Stanford. You have Iowa State, Kansas State under 51.5. You have Fresno State plus 13 against Kansas, and UNLV and Idaho State under 65.
I'm going to change mine.
No.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
What? All right, go ahead. Like, what are you doing?
I found the website finally.
It's ESPN.com.
I was under top 25. I was only doing that. I got everybody now.
Okay, hurry.
Kansas minus 13.
Can't no. That's not how the pontoon parlay works.
Plus
never
13.
mind.
She already picked Fresno.
Actually,
Juju
you
on
know
my
what?
pick.
I'll go back to
Not
the
bad
first one.
strategy because one of them will hit.
Parlay.
Juju on my pick.
Oh my God. CTE is real, people.
We'll go to the first one then.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Her Vincent,
I
SEC
need a call.
office when we come back. Good.
Off the
God
bench.
almighty. Go to getgordon.com. Good God. Getgordon.com.
We almost did it.
Gordon McKernan. No, we're not speaking French here. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You go to the website, you can have a live chat right there on the homepage. You can see cases they can handle for you, past client results. It is anywhere in the state of Louisiana. If we're talking about Coshada, Louisiana, I'm not asking you. Your brain's not working right now. Coshada, Louisiana. Yeah, we're talking to you. All right. We're talking to Shudrint. Yep, you. Alondra Tate, y'all want to throw one out there?
No.
Flynn's sitting this one out.
Hester, Louisiana.
There is a Hester, Louisiana. If you're there, it is your area code followed by 888-8888. You call that number, and they are going to make sure that they give you the advice, the person you need to talk with. And again, you can check out those past client results on their website. It is at Get Gordon on all major social media. Sit this one out to be able to see what they're doing throughout the local communities in Louisiana. Again, at Get Gordon, and get it done.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. It is our pleasure to welcome on our next guest. It is our guy, Herb Vincent, Associate Commissioner of the Southeastern Conference. Herb, always a pleasure. We appreciate your time this morning.
Good to join you guys. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. And throughout the show, as you can imagine, we've talked about the 9-game SEC schedule. And you and I get a chance to, hang out, see each other down in Destin every year for the SEC spring meetings. And I know this was a big part of the conversation. So, Herb, I was just like, from that moment where you had, a lot of people were in favor of it, but you still had some that were asking questions. Like from that moment until yesterday's announcement, kind of what was that process like to get to this point?
I think you have to go back a lot further than that to really encapsulate everything that's taken place to get us to where we are today. And the announcement that we made yesterday, we had discussions about our schedule, even going back to 2019, before Oklahoma and Texas even joined the league. I can remember there was a meeting scheduled in 2020 at the SEC men's basketball tournament where our presidents and chancellors gather every year. And this was on the agenda to talk about the football schedule. That's when COVID hit, and that discussion never took place. And so things played out. After that, then Oklahoma and Texas joined the league, and I think there's a natural progression that when a conference expands, you talk about adding games to the schedule. But the initial discussion about adjusting our schedule emanated from talk about wanting our student athletes and our fans to be able to see more teams from around the league. In the old divisional days, you only saw a couple of other teams from other divisions, rarely, because they did not rotate through your schedule very often. And so the discussion was, well, how can we get our student athletes on other campuses and facing other teams more often? That dynamic's changed a little bit with the transfer policy, but we still have interest in our fans being able to go to other campuses, go to other stadiums, experience new rivalries. And so I think that's where it all started, was even way back then. Bringing it up to this year's spring meetings, I think we had some healthy discussions there, a lot of discussions between the ADs themselves, separately with football coaches, together football coaches and athletics directors, and then conversations just continued after that. So I think it was an important announcement yesterday. I think it was a look to the future for our athletics directors and our presidents and chancellors, and I think it's good for SEC fans.
Yeah, Herb, we've kind of reading, there's been a lot of discussion, certainly on this show and other shows, and just kind of around the SEC about, with this new scheduling, there is going to be 3 common opponents for every team. They're going to play every single year. I want to kind of know how that decision-making process is going to kind of unfold, and will each individual team have some sort of input in that final decision?
Yeah, some of it has to do with rivalries, and part of this structure, which is 3 annual opponents, 6 rotating opponents, was to maintain some of those traditional rivalries. I think people know who those rivalries are. Then there's you have schedule balance as much as you can. You don't want to load up one team with too many difficult annual rivals. There's geography involved. I think there's a number of different things, and so that'll play out as we go through it. And certainly there's discussions with the schools as well. So that announcement will come up. I see it's already become a parlor game. Immediately after the announcement yesterday, everybody's guessing who's it going to be. It's going to be the same as the ones that were announced in 2022. Well, there never were any announced in 2022. There was some discussion internally about who it might be, and that discussion kind of took off, and a lot of people guessed at what they were, and so you can search the internet and find all kinds of people who reported different scenarios. But none of that holds right now, and so that'll be a big announcement when we have it, obviously, because the anticipation is already building.
Yeah, without question. I mean, we certainly talked about it here today, and Flynn and I talking about teams that we had, great games against when we were playing for LSU, and you don't want to see those go away. But I guess the question is, when you look at those things, it's hard, because, do you go to recent memories of, the last 10 years, last 15, last 20 years of teams that have played and now they're memorable games, or do you go back 100 years? Just how far do you kind of go back in the thought process of these two teams playing each other because of the history between the two teams?
Yeah, and I think you make it more recent. You have some recency to it to make sure that you're measuring strength of programs in a more recent time frame. And you're right. You go back to you guys played at LSU, and so there was a time when LSU's big rivalry was Ole Miss. There was a time when it seemed like in the '90s it was Auburn. Yeah. Then there's Alabama. At the time at the end of the year there was the Arkansas game, and so who's the rival for every school. And one of the things we're not calling it is permanent opponents because we'll take a certain time period and then relook at it. Those annual rivals could change over the course of time. But we'll look at it, and we'll have a big announcement at some point, and I think people take interest in it.
So, Herb, what do you think is going to happen? So, there will be 9 SEC scheduled games. What do you think is going to happen to those other 3 games? Is there still going to be kind of the required Power 4 non-conference schedule, or do you think that's going to go away, or do you think one of the other, like the Group of 5 game, will go away in a lot of these teams' schedule?
No, that's one of the requirements is that you still have to play a team from the ACC, Big 10 or Big 12 or Notre Dame, and so I think that that's 10 power conference opponents for every team every year. I don't think there's another conference in the country with the rigor that already existed in the SEC schedule, and then now you add a 9th game, and you continue the Power 4 requirement. There's no other conference in the country that has as difficult of a schedule as the Southeastern Conference. I think that's great for fans. It's compelling games, great interest, and I think that was part of the motivation of our athletics directors and our presidents and chancellors. It's looking forward. It's looking to the long-term good of the Southeastern Conference, creating value for the league and how we would be perceived in the future and how we compete in the future.
Yeah. Love that. Just real quick on the way out, Herb, we can't thank you enough for your time. The official OTB stance is if LSU and Florida play every year, we wouldn't hate that.
Mm-hmm. Please keep it.
Okay, all right. We'll factor that into the.
Okay, yeah. If we get a vote, I'm sure we will.
I mean, every year since 1971. So we'll throw the facts out there. Herb, you truly are the best, man. Cannot thank you enough. I know today is a crazy day for you, so thanks for giving us a couple of minutes here.
All right, thanks, guys. Good luck to you. See you. Good weekend.
All right, there he is, Herb Vincent, Associate Commissioner of the Southeastern Conference, with a lot of news there.
That was great. Yeah.
The Power 4 stuff, love it.
There's
going to be some people right now. Probably people in this building that are punching air, just punching it, just so mad. All the smoke.
Sorry, all of it.
All of
Bring
it.
Notre Dame.
9 SEC games and a Power 4 opponent.
I would love it. Let's play Penn State.
Let's do it.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
Yeah. Go there. You have a whiteout situation. They come back here, and whatever color y'all want to choose, you can do that too if you want to, or you can just have a good old Cajun drunk fest. You can do whatever. Doesn't matter. All the good teams.
That was great. We appreciate Herb Vincent.
Yeah, I mean,
for that interview, man.
Like today's probably pretty busy day for him.
Pretty busy.
He kind of gave me a schedule, and I was like, we will move our clock.
Yeah, we'll just do that one
for you. So
whatever you got.
I
bet he'll listen to us though on the Florida thing. I'm sure we get a vote.
Yeah, I mean, he just told commissioners thank you. I
got nervous because he didn't mention that when he was talking.
I know.
He went to Ole Miss and he went to Auburn. And they skipped Florida, went to Alabama.
So a couple things that did stand out to me. The Power 4 stuff, love that, and also like more recent history between the two teams.
Yep.
That's important. I think it's important.
And balancing it out. It's not necessarily going to
So like two maybe that make a lot of sense. And then one's like, hey, we're going to give you a little breather.
Yeah. So like if you're looking at LSU, it might not be Florida, Alabama, Auburn. It might be Florida, Alabama, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Right. So a little.
Yeah. Good information there from Herb.
For Das Boot.
Yeah. So the biggest takeaway for me was the more recent, so to Alondra's point, Texas A&M now is fully in play.
Yeah.
Because that recently is certainly a thing.
Absolutely.
So.
Sorry, I'm trying to edit the show right now, and I just got to the part where Matt
picked the game that you did on the opposite side.
On the opposite, yeah. Sorry.
It's a good way not to go over, though, in your point.
I know, but I do.
One of those will hit.
I do think Kansas is going to cover that one, but obviously, I was trying to scramble. I was trying to scramble to find the line.
He's really throwing really
That's my bad. They're hydrated. They're very hydrated.
Fresno State's not?
Actually, they are. You're right. My bad.
That's weird.
So Fresno State, I love your pick.
Thank you.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
I do now.
The opposite of it.
I'm sorry. I wasn't listening to any of y'all's picks because I was trying to get the internet to work on my computer.
It's fine. I don't know ball. My Texas A&M take was dumb.
No, that's a great. I think Herb just kind of confirms your take, actually. In my mind.
Yeah.
I think he did. Recency means something. So, speaking of recency, there recently has been some heat in the Gulf of America. Been heating up a little bit. A little action going on there. So, if you want to make sure you have the ultimate peace of mind, go to boudreauxelectrical.com. Whole home generators, over 80 in stock right now. You call them, they grab it, they put it on the truck, they slab it, they install it, and you're ready to go. boudreauxelectrical.com.
That's right. Don't fight with that portable generator, having to fight in lines after a hurricane,
waiting on
trying to get the gas. And
Oh.
everything. Man, don't do it. Just have it ready to roll. As soon as the power goes out, your lights come back on. It's incredible. Peace of mind. Get ready. Boudreaux's Electrical.
Recap the Pontoon Parlay. Yeah, I'll do it real quick. Hawaii minus 2.5. Iowa State, Kansas State under 51.5. Fresno State plus 13. One we believe in the most. UNLV under 65.5 against Idaho State.
Feel real strong about that one.
Yep.
Real strong.
It's a foxhole here. Even though we're stuck on trying to figure out who we want LSU to play. And hey, he also said permanent doesn't play here. That was big too. That was the other thing that I wrote down.
Yeah, permanent.
We'll
we
reassess.
could revisit this thing. I don't know, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. I don't know that, but he said we'll reassess. That is an important note to the scheduling. So I mean, great information by Herb.
He's awesome.
Really cleared it up.
Yeah.
Really cleared a lot of things up for us. So, hey, all right. So this is how we're going to end today's show. This is the last segment. We're not going to do Ask the Bench because we are going to play something that if you want the soft schedule and you watch this and still have that opinion, you're not my friend, pal.
Beautiful.
And that's what you get when you play against the
We're gonna
Florida
tear the
Gators
glass eye
in
right
Tiger
there.
Stadium doing the Gatortron
Hey,
saying
Florida,
you
you
suck.
Off the bench.
You know who doesn't suck? Tommy's
Tommy's.
Windows, Doors, and Siding. That's not just us saying that. That's Angie's Super Service Award every year. That's the Advocate saying the best windows in 2025 in the city of Baton Rouge. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go Tommy's.com, GAUX, Tommy's with a Y.com. When you go to the website, you will clearly see the difference. Testimonials of past clients, a gallery of work. If you don't see it in the gallery, doesn't mean they can't do it. You thinking of a custom job, they got you. Tell them what you're looking for. They'll get it done every single time. Go Tommy's.com.
The most reliable and quality windows in Louisiana. Go see them. And how about a lifetime warranty? So if Tommy's installs your windows, they will guarantee the life of that window for the entirety. And every single year winning awards, Super Service Awards, 2016, 17, 18, 19, every single year. They are the trusted ones. They are reliable, integrity, and most importantly, when you got your job done, they are efficient. They will get in there and get it done. Go Tommy's.com.